I think I have too much stuff, or my car's not big enough. Backpack, clothes, electric blanket for emergencies, even though it's going to be like only 5 degrees. It's fidget spinner. Come back here to the captain's quarters. This mess back here is the bed. I don't know if you can tell what's even going on, but there's a plank, there's a wood plank, a mattress, a blanket, sleeping bag. Thank you, Canadian Tire. And then back here, it's like a gap. So my feet, Lord willing, will be able to go all the way to the back. Be able to stretch out, have a nice cozy sleep. I also have a curtain, not quite blackout, but it'll block the view of the thing from the steering wheel window area. Other side, same story, but a lot more random stuff. I have a tarp and rope and a lamp and a skateboards and a stove, and this thing which I need to take down. This I've got a machete here, camera, I don't know if I'll use it, book, about halfway done, so I can read while I drive. I don't know where Campbell River Walmart is, but I do, and I'm here, and I'm gonna go regroup, and then I'm gonna find out where I'm gonna go camp. But I have to hurry because the sun's gonna set in like 5 seconds. Get to this wreck site. There's one other guy here, but I'm gonna see if I can't rig up a tarp or something. I don't know, make a shelter. Been going on. My ingenuity knows no bounds. Look at this floating magic carpet ceiling. This is insane. This thing's terrible. I gotta rebuild this, because what even is this? Negative slope ceiling that's like 3 feet high above. Wind screen. I should have got a bigger tarp, but cool. We're on the hunt for resource, aka firewood. Whoa. You've got a rickety bridge and a little puddle. And then over there, we've got the world famous lake. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. That's awesome. Got all these cedar branches that were in the woods over there, and I'm gonna chop them down into little bits so it'll make the fire good, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. We might, fingers crossed, have something resembling a bit of an actual fire here in the rain. Maybe. New tarp setup because we have rain and the fire still hasn't started. Okay. This fire's never gonna work, but I do have a good roof, good apple, good Coke, and it's peaceful. Look, why have that silly thing when you could have that? That's a better RV. Hold on, hold on. Did I get it? There was a little block of wood that I chopped up. Maybe it'll be dry enough to catch. But that's just the fire starter on, I think. Okay, food tutorial. We got our fire going, aka lamp. We've got our actually brand new premium $25 Canadian Tire cook stove. We'll just put this in the cardboard pile for now. And where are we gonna set this up? Well, it has to be over there. So it's child's play, really. No, that's what it is. It's child's play because you just put the thing in the thing and hit the button and flip the switch. But I'm gonna pretend like that didn't take me 10 minutes to figure out that you had to flip this thing and like put it, whatever. I guess step 2 of the operation is, this took me like 10 minutes to figure out, by the way. You have to flip the black thing on top. This thing is a pan from Walmart that I have to unbox and put it in the garbage pile. Piece de resistance is Campbell's world famous soup. And we're gonna pair that with Mr. world famous noodles. It's gotta awkwardly lean over and stir this mess once in a while. I lost the nugget. Is it good? Eatable. This is the setup from another angle so you can see just what we're working with. Okay, that is looking amazing. It's just got, the noodles just got to soften up. Let's get a third person shot. Look at this stew. Look at that. Let's dig in. That was good. I'm so glad I bought this, first of all, and this tarp, because those are last minute decisions. Now, guess what? It's only 5 p.m. So, I'm gonna go on a night walk. Get an ID on this one. Identifying mushrooms is for like the ultimate outdoor nerds, at least in the Pacific Northwest or the Pacific Coast region, because there's a billion different mushrooms that grow out here. If there's a bear, I'm dead. Just kidding. I don't think bears exist out here. I wouldn't actually eat any mushroom I find outside because the risk to reward ratio is not there at all. Like, the best case scenario is you get to eat a mushroom that kind of tastes okay, maybe. It's not going to taste amazing because it's just a mushroom. The only way it would taste amazing is if you cooked it in like 3 pounds of butter, added a bunch of random spices, then it might taste okay. But if you mess up, you're going to be eating your last thing ever and you're going to die in the most painful way possible. Your like stomach's going to eat itself inside out. You could get like parasitic brain worms and, you know, just forget everything, forget everyone you've ever met, and then basically burn alive from the inside out. Weirdest thing I've seen in the woods, mutilated rabbit, intestines out and everything. There's body parts everywhere. I've seen a lot of deer skeletons, never any skulls, just like rib cages and pelvises and leg bones. Saw a moose one time, but I was in my car. Saw a few bears in my day. Never any cougars though. Never seen a wolf. Seen a few elk. Seen a lot of animals. Wild animals, wild whales, orcas, humpbacks, seals, sea lions, starfish, porpoises. Craziest porpoise ever, the false killer whale. That thing looks insane. Like I said before, I'm trying to learn how to identify trees. It's kind of fun. I have a book and I have to reference it a bunch. Look, there's like a waterfall. Well, you can't see, it's dark, but you can hear it for sure. I think it's camping if you have no cell service. You could be in a camper or a tent or a car, but if you have no cell service, then you're really out here. There is a lake behind me. You can't see it. Because it's dark. But I can barely see it too, but there's like fog on the lake. That's the cool thing that you can't see right now. Add this to the wildlife portfolio. We've got a little slug eating some sort of mushroom. Big chungus over here. Holy. Finger for compare. Ew, it's slimy. Yuck. We're inside this. Okay, this is the sleeping area. I think these Velcro things are gonna not work. They're kind of falling down. Pretty comf in here. This thing's annoying. I should have got that 4-door Geo tracker in August. Whatever. Actually, no, I have no regrets. None. Update, I thought I was hearing like a beeping noise, but I think I'm going insane. Art show time. I'm trying to draw pictures, and I drew this one. Guy made a salmon unhappy. By the way, changing clothes in the backseat of a Yaris, laying down, should be an Olympic sport. Wow. Ah. This Velcro is not working. This spot is like an ocean adventure. There might be some cool beasts in the water here, but no promises. Look. Kelp or something. This is the closest the fire's gotten to working. I don't know if it will or not, but I have hope. We just gotta feed it little twigs. Fire didn't work because I guess I haven't learned my lesson that wet wood actually does not burn. By the way, this tree is a western hemlock. I've cross-referenced it, and it has to be. This tree is some sort of pine because of how its leaves grow on the end in little clusters. I just free soloed up to this tree here. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go with some sort of pine. White pine maybe, I don't know. Its bark's like weird, so we might have to check it out with the reference. By the way, where's my orcas? Where's my whales? Where's my dolphins? I'm a tourist. Where's my Moby Dick? Where's my octopus? No, I'm not complaining. I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to where my cool animals are. There's no question that the North Island is way better for outdoor stuff than the South Island, because they've got all the crown land up here. In the South Island, like Courtney and below, is all owned by the megalithic monopoly forestry company, and they've gated off all the everything, all the forest. You can't go in because it's owned by the company. But here it's communism and it's owned by the government, so you can go camp on the beach. Best fire attempt yet, by the way. Best attempt yet. I don't know if it'll work. Watch me snipe. Sniper practice. We are aiming for the can. Cabela's, bro, count your days. This is the worst purchase I've made in recent memory. This battery does not work. This thing was like $15, bro. Don't ever buy this, by the way. Thank you. There's some animal activity over there. I think it's just like sea lions splashing around and eating fish. Industrial barge over there that's being moved and it's loud. What we're doing is basically making the same thing that we did yesterday, but look at how far we've come. Ocean view dinner, no tarp needed yet, knock on wood. Though it is starting to rain, so I'm just gonna cook up this delicious gourmet thing that we all know and love. It's almost kind of barely, but not really working. Cool. Just chilling in the car. This book is very good. From Value Village. How much did they rip me off? $7.99. Worth it though. Look at all this knowledge. Good morning, Mr. Cephalopod. What's it doing out there? Oh, that's right. It's raining all over my chair left outside. My friend, the red cedar, came in clutch because the chair is actually pretty dry. So my car won't be soaked. That's a W. Today is going to be a bit of a driving day. I'm going to go up to and perhaps a little bit past Port Hardy. Field trip to Port McNeil. It's very, I don't know what you would call it. Coastal, old school, small, historic, not really, but dirty, I don't know, not dirty. Small, quaint, haunted city. Look, it's a 4-door geo tracker in the wild. Yeah, I'm going, bud. Let's check out the parking lot area here. Very turn of the century. Definitely not modern by any stretch of the imagination. Pretty cool. But we've got IGA and friends. That's enough Port McNeil on board. I'm going back on the highway. So what we got here is some master's student from McGill University's environmental research program is to turn this lake into a reserve to save these nasty looking fish. Inlet stream, outlet stream. These are nasty looking fish. Half their face is their eye, and then they have these barbed wires. They look gross. And we want to save them? We want to protect them? It's probably a good thing, all things considered. 55 hectares, bald eagles, normal ducks. Ew, gross. Normal frog. Each year, BC Park staff and volunteer ecological reserve wardens conduct surveys to track the different species of amphibians and waterfowl that use Misty Lake. So far, northern red-legged frogs and northwestern salamanders are known to use Misty Lake for breeding. North red-legged frog populations are at risk in BC and Canada. They are blue listed in British Columbia and designated as special concern in Canada. They attach their egg masses to aquatic plants along lake shores in March and April. Surveys to track waterfowl use of the lake and to monitor changes in water temperature, acidity, and depth also occur each year. Bet you didn't know that. Rabbit, don't throw your pet rabbit into the lake. It will wreak havoc. Thank you, Fisheries and Oceans Canada and McGill University and Edley Signs 2018. If you come to this beautiful rest area, you too can be educated. Here's the lake in question, by the way. We really got to protect these spiky, nasty looking fish. So you're not allowed to do anything here. That's pretty cool. Welcome to the beautiful Thunderbird Mall in Port Hardy, BC. Take a look at this gorgeous interior. Nice little totem pole, nice little food court, and we've got fun and games. Truly a great place to be, and it's worth the trip. They put a tree in front of the entrance. I know my machete skills aren't the best, but we cleared out the blockage with this humble $30 tool. So let's check out the spot. Whatever this is. Are these dry? Probably not. Everything here's wet. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't think the Yaris is driving through this. Not today. Oh. Broken table. Got our standard info board. Yep, the classic comic instructions. Clean up your garbage. Don't live here. Wavy white mushrooms. They might be oyster mushrooms. I'm not sure. I have a book. I might reference that. Been more wrong. That is not an oyster mushroom. It might be this one, but maybe not. It might be a white chanterelle. There's a chance here. I'm not gonna. Hell no, I'm not gonna eat this. But ew. It might be. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't have the brain capacity to memorize all these mushrooms, guys, but maybe one day. Got a friendly stream here to the big lake, but there's no good access point to like a beach or something. But there's just a lot of fallen down trees, some bright red little shroomers down there. Just hanging out in the car because it's pouring rain outside. You can probably hear it. It's not that bad. I'm just I'm drawing whatever this thing is. And tomorrow I'm gonna go to the beach, San Josef Bay, maybe if I can drive to there or the. Has anyone seen that movie Journey to the Mysterious Island with The Rock Johnson? Well, now I'm on a journey to the outhouse. Okay, if this is a white chanterelle, it has to have false gills, like not actual gills. This has to be chanterelle. It's kind of smells like peaches and apricots. That was one of the things the book said. Welcome to Holberg. There's like 10 houses in the middle of the woods on the way to the beach. Remnants of a time that used to be when men were in the woods chopping trees, chopping down all the old growth, but then they chopped it all down and they had to move out of this town that they built. And look at these roads, bruh. Imagine living here. It's like a hour drive in on a logging road to Port Hardy, which is already not a great town, and then it rains 24/7. What year do you think this poster was made? 1965 maybe? I don't know. Pretty cool. Supposed to be a Wi-Fi zone. There's no Wi-Fi. Finally made it. Proof that you can drive here in a Yaris, despite what the people on Reddit have to say. They've got infographics. I'm not paying a dime, by the way. quite the tree. Please stay off my understory. So I guess in 1913, the government was like, come live at Cape Scott, San Juan River area. And they're like, okay. And then they tried, they failed because they had no roads or no money or no reason to be here in the first place. And it was an epic fail. We made it. Rogue waves. Be warned. Caution. Death. Warning. Death. What are these? Oh. This is where you put your food so bears don't eat it, I guess. Pretty cool beach. It's like Tofino, kind of, except I'm the only one here, and it's really annoying to get to. The road in, it wasn't bad. It was just like a normal logging road, but there are some annoying parts. But the Yaris did it just fine. And now we've got this beach, and over there is like where you see all the pictures of like the rocks and stuff. But I found this stick at the trailhead. It says Cape Scott Stick 2025. No, Cape Scott 2025 Great Scott Stick heart emoji. And it was at the trailhead, so it's mine now. And yeah, the crow, hold on, there's a crow aura farming on top of that tree. You see him? Where the sea stacks are. So these rocks that appear at low tide, and then people take pictures of them. Pretty cool, I guess, but not as cool as I thought they would be. But I'm glad I got here at low tide because I didn't plan this at all. I just walked in. There could be wolves around any corner. Pretty cool area. Tide's coming in. I'm gonna get washed away. I need to get out of here. Never turn your back on the ocean. That's cool. There's like caves here, and then this thing, and then a gnarly tree up top, and then more trees. Check out this cave area. I guess a geologist would tell you how this cave was created, but I'm not a geologist, so I don't know. Oh, I saw a gentleman do this on a TikTok one time. Kelp. This one's a bit sandy, but the point still stands. Ew. It's gross. Probably one of the best reasons you could consider BC to be the best province or part of North America, for that matter, because we have these epic beaches, undisturbed wilderness areas, and you know, places like Oregon and Washington and California, they have these coasts too. I guess Alaska, but Alaska's like hard to get to. But we've got cool beaches, and then we've got mountains and like 18 different biome regions. It's the best natural area ever, I think. And I think BC's tied with California for good, best places in North America, just for scenery and outside stuff. That trail seems a lot longer on the way back, but it's time to eat some food, or a bit of a double stack. We've got our Campbell's world famous and our Heinz beans chili style in the pot currently. Thank goodness for this rain house. Men at work. I'm glad I went and I did that thing so I never have to drive down those 3 hours of logging roads again. It was pretty good, but I'm ready to head back now, so I'm gonna go back to Port Hardy Mall or something and get some small food type edible, get some food, dinner type things that I can eat while I drive back down south. This is a Port Hardy pawn shop, but it used to be a video rental place because of the graphics on the ceiling. Pretty cool. I'm the biggest fan of these old highway tourist signs, and rest areas have a lot of them. So go to these places, go to Port McNeill, and then go to Peninsula, and then go to Village of Alert Bay. And then if you can read it, check out Was. And then check out Hyde Creek.